Welcome, everybody. We're very excited to be here. We absolutely love doing these webinars for you and for Lollicup. So thank you all for joining us today. We're going to talk a little bit about our brand new 2 products that are on our big train line. So we'll get into a little bit of that. We'll show you some fun recipes that go with each of those new products. And then we'll kind of also get into some fall and winter drinks, showing you some really fun ideas. And then we'll also talk a little bit about insights and then just carry overall and just how our products all pair really well together and can help your business. So with that, I'm going to share my screen real quick. All right, you should be able to see it. Okay, so my name's Austin Johnson. I've been with Carrie for 3 years now. I'm the marketing and application specialist on our brand's food service team here at Carrie. And then I'll turn it over to Briggs, my partner in crime, helping me out today. Briggs, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey everybody, I'm Briggs Carroll. I've been here a tad bit longer than Austin, although we look like we're the same age. But I've been here 29 years, so I am the senior applications manager, and we're super excited to have you guys. This is our favorite thing to do. We love doing these webinars with Lollicup, and we're honored that you would join us. So thank you very much for giving us your time.
All right, thank you, Briggs. Okay, so for those who are kind of new to the Carrie webinars here through Lollicup, kind of what to expect out of the webinar today, just talking about Carrie brands overall and how our products can help your business and really make some awesome, crazy, exciting applications for your menus. Learn about Carrie's new products. As I mentioned, we're going to talk a little bit about our 2 new big train flavors today. And then also just how using our products and creating how you can use our products and really take off on making some fun, awesome, profitable, limited time offers. Obviously, we're here in fall. It's a big season for, pumpkin, maple, apple, kind of those awesome flavors, chai. So really excited to be here today to walk you through some fun fall drinks and then also some winter drinks as well. So for those who don't know Carrie, we are Carrie Food Service brands. So we have 4 beverage brands available under the Carrie umbrella. 3 of those which are available at Lollicup. The first one being Da Vinci Gourmet. So that's going to be our syrup line, our sauce line, like I have laid out here today. This is a caramel and our pumpkin sauce, and then also our fruit smoothie mixes. The next being Big Train. So that's going to be our powdered mixes, makes awesome blended drinks, frappes, and can be used even hot or iced as well. And then Oregon Chai. It is chai seasons, and this is a wonderful, wonderful product, easy to use, and will create some fun chai drinks for you today as well. So Carrie's overall value prop to our customers, to our operators, is stating that we are really here and dedicated to creating the best overall products and the best tasting products for you, ultimately our end users, to deliver to your customers. Easy to use, profitable, and then also great tasting. And then kind of just reiterating what I just mentioned, helping solve those challenges, whether it's labor costs or just helping you create some wow-worthy drinks to bring in your crowd. Our products really make it simple and easy for your employees to create, and then also creating some really fun, awesome beverages. So our brands really deliver on those upcoming trending flavors and applications that we're kind of really starting to see take off. Being cold coffees really lead in that coffee space still. Even if it's 20 degrees out, like here in Wisconsin, will be in a short matter of time, people are still out seeking those cold iced coffees. Refreshing beverages continue to rise. People looking for an afternoon kind of little treat to themselves, getting something really refreshing and tasty. Bubble tea, continue to see growth in that category. And then energy drinks as well. really, really with the young generation who maybe not really interested or don't like the taste of coffee, really are seeking these energy drinks because they're really fun, they're really bright, TikTok worthy, if you will, and the younger generation just absolutely love it. And then just unexpected flavor twists kind of seen growing in the beverage category. Obviously, we'll talk about some fun new ones that we have with the big train today. So this is just a quick glance at some of the maybe menu applications that you have on your menu. Maybe you don't have all of them, but just simple brain solutions where we would see fit in those different applications, right? So a lot of Da Vinci product, a lot of big train product, and then obviously with our Oregon chai being in that chai space. So as mentioned, we're going to be doing a raffle today. So we'll have 3 raffles. So all you have to do is just fill out the survey, super easy to do. And then you have a chance to win a fun little gift basket from us here at Carry. So we'll include some fall, some winter products, and then some other seasonal material as well in that. So good luck to everybody. And with that, we're actually going to kick us off with our very first raffle question. So you should see a survey pop up here momentarily.
All right, so we are launching the poll question. Okay, so I can see a lot of people answering questions. Don't forget to answer it so you will be able to join the raffle. All right. Okay, the answer keeps coming in. Now the frappe and the iced beverages are tied. Oh, okay. I can see the iced beverage boba is the winner currently. Okay. Anyone want to answer the questions? We are about to stop the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to end the poll. All right, I'll share the answer. So it seems like the winner is the iced beverage and boba. Back to you.
All right, perfect. I did see some people maybe not using Big Train. I'm really happy because I think it's such an easy product to use. It's very straightforward. You're adding your powdered mix, which I have a bag of here. You're going to add it to some dairy or to water. You can really save on cost if you just use water. A little dairy makes it a little bit more flavorful, but really easy to use in a hot beverage, which I'll get into here in a moment. Iced beverage, blended, and then obviously frozen drinks when you talk about those frappes. So introducing our 2 new flavors under the Big Train Vivaz line. So maybe some of you have seen or watched us use horchata before. We are now introducing churro and flan, a part of that Vivaz line here. So really focusing in on those Hispanic awesome flavors. So these launched about a week and a half ago. We're really, really excited about these products. With the churro, you get that warm cinnamon and sugar kind of all combined together to really bring that nostalgic churro treat to life. And then with the flan, which I have here, is more of that rich, creamy caramel flavor, and it really creates some awesome fun dessert style drinks, whether you want to do a dessert style frappe or a dessert style latte. Makes awesome beverages, and it's got such a really, really cool color and aroma to it. So we're really excited about those products. Looking at the Big Train churro, so a couple insights here. Didn't want to bore you to death with data, but 83% of consumers know churro. It is a really well-known product. Obviously, if you go to a fair or any amusement park, most of the time you're going to find a churro there. So this is really bringing that delicious treat home to you, to your operation. Multiple uses, as I mentioned before: hot, iced, blended, or frozen. And then that little data point at the bottom. The Hispanic food market is expected to reach $65.5 billion in the U.S. by 2034, and that's really fueled by rising demand of those bold, authentic Hispanic flavors. Kind of how I mentioned in that trends slide I shared a little while ago, those unique twists of flavors really emerging, especially in the coffee and the refreshing beverage space.
So sorry to interrupt, Austin. We have a customer asking, do the powder contains milk or non-dairy creamer? And the other
they do have. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, no problem. And the other question is, they'd like to know where the color from.
Where the what is I'm from?
The color.
The color?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have some artificial flavors in the Big Train line, but we're actually, as Carrie overall, we're working on removing all artificial dyes from our products. It's an ongoing project right now. We're hoping to start rolling out new products without those artificial dyes starting next year. There is dairy in these products as well, so that you do not have to necessarily mix with dairy. It does have a dairy component in it, but using dairy is going to add a little bit more cost to you, but it is going to make it a lot more flavorful and rich utilizing dairy or oat milk or something along those lines.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so to start us off, I'm going to do a really, really straightforward churro latte. So utilizing the churro mix here, I'm going to I have my 2 shots of espresso that I've already pulled. I got my steamed milk, and then I'm just going to use a 1/3 cup of our Big Train churro mix. So I'm going to add my already steamed milk to a glass. And when working with Big Train, it does mix when you have an iced beverage. Obviously, it'll mix really, really well when you have, or when you're blending it. When it's warm, when you're using a warm liquid base, it obviously will mix the best. So you can always just mix warm and then ice down after if you're doing an iced beverage. But I'm just going to stir in my 1/3 cup of my churro. Super easy. And then I'm going to pour my 2 shots of espresso into it. And then why not give it a little bit of a dust of some cinnamon here, just to go right on top of that. But again, I mean, it took me 20 seconds, super easy to do. And that's got the beautiful cinnamon sugar obviously coming through. Like I said before, you can obviously use water if you prefer, or if you want to use oat milk for those not looking to have dairy in their drinks. But I'm using milk today, just some steamed milk, the 1/3 cup, stir that up real quick, espresso, cinnamon, and then that's a really, really easy and straightforward churro latte that you could do. So I will turn it over to Briggs to see what he's come up with for his churro drink.
We also have a question from the audience. He's asking, does it need a base to not clump or for the frappes, even though you're not?
You would. So there's instructions on each bag. So they'll tell you how to make a hot drink, an iced drink, blended drink, or a frozen. And if you're doing like a large frozen machine, you would need a base. So you would, if you're going to do a frappe or a blended drink, you just need about 5 ounces of water or dairy or oat milk, whatever you're using, and then just throw that in there with your mix and then your ice, and then it's that simple. And I'll actually show you a frozen one in a little bit after Briggs' drink.
Yeah, man. Enough of Austin. Some of Briggs. So I'm going to do a chocolate churro, and then I'm going to add a caramel flavor foam to it. So like Austin said, it's really easy to do. I prefer the dairy, and I'm also a little lactose intolerant, so I prefer oat milk. But the dairy really brings out the dairy notes in the Big Train products. But for this particular one, I'm going to use 6 ounces of the oat milk. And I'm going to use 1/3 scoop of my brand new Big Train churro. Let's put it, I'm going to use it in a shaker cup. It could be stirred in, but for me, time sake wise, and just kind of showing the crowd what you're going to do, I like to use a shaker. And then I'm going to add a chocolate, the Da Vinci Naturals syrup, a chocolate syrup. I'm going to do 1 ounce or 4 pumps of that. And then I'm just going to take that in my shaker cup and really give it a good shake. And again, it could be stirred, it could be used with water, it could be done however you want, but I prefer to kind of do it like this. And then we're just going to pour it over a glass filled with ice. And I mean, the rich cinnamon, just the smell is really coming through. It's just such a cinnamon, sugar, nostalgic flavor, taste, smell that's coming from it. I mean, I just love it. So phenomenal there. And then let's do a cold foam with it. We could just do a regular International Delight, a boring cold foam, or we can create our own flavor foam. This time of the year, Carrie and our Da Vinci products really make it easy for you to customize that flavor. And when you look at, that first taste you get in a drink, that first flavor really hits you in the lips. And that's why I really like a flavor foam. So I'm going to use a caramel flavor foam on this. So it's 2 ounces of the Heavy Whip, and then 3/4 of a pump of the caramel. And we're just going to use a hand frother, just froth it up. And again, you could do it other ways. I have another way I'll show you later. We have a blender that does it if you use skim milk, but this way is just so easy. And again, it's not too time consuming. And then just look at that heavy, rich flavor foam that's going to come in, and that's going to bleed into that drink. And kind of those tastes are going to blend together and just give you this phenomenal drink. I'm even going to go a little farther like Austin did. I'm going to sprinkle a little cinnamon on top. I could go crazy and put, a churro itself on there, but I'm just going to put a little chocolate cookie on there. And there we have a wonderful chocolate churro with a flavor foam caramel. So, Austin, what you got for us next?
Yay. Oh, I also have another questions from the audience, and it's also related to the non-dairy powders. Well, actually, he's asking if they are using the oat milk or almond milk, then can they sell it as a non-dairy drink?
Technically, no, because there is a dairy component in the mix already. So I don't think you can technically offer it as a lactose-free or a dairy-free product, unfortunately.
Okay, good. Good to know.
Okay, all right. So as I kind of mentioned before Briggs took over, I'm going to do now a frappe, or show you how easy it is to do a frozen version of the churro. So I'm going to take some fall flavors, add a little bit of a tropical twist to it, and I'm going to do a caramel coconut churro frappe. Now, this doesn't have coffee in it. You can obviously add coffee in it to make it a real frappe, but this is going to be just a really fun, delicious treat for the morning, if you will, or even afternoon drink, being a churro. So I have my 5 ounces of water already in here, ready to go. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of my churro into my blender cup. And then I'm just going to do 1 pump of the coconut. It's all you need, just to kind of give it a little fun, unique, tropical coconut flavor. Then I'm going to do my ice. So it's 12 ounces of ice. And then I'm just going to do a real quick blend. I'm using a Hamilton Beach. This is a Summit Edge, really top of the line. Love this equipment. Pretty quiet. Obviously, I hope you can't hear too much of it, but it does really, really work well. And it's pretty quick. So, down here. Okay, and then I've actually gone ahead and done a coconut rim on there. So I'm just going to add my frozen frappe in here. There you go. That easy. Super easy to do. But why not take it a little step further? So I'm going to top it with some whipped cream and then do a little caramel drizzle right on the top of that. Pour it out a little fast, but do a nice little caramel drizzle to keep with the, that fall kind of flavor with the caramel. Again, super easy to do. You can add all these extra garnishes if you don't want to. Super easy. Just ice your base, water, milk, what have you, and then the mix. And it's pretty straightforward. So I will go back to sharing my screen. Sorry. And then I'll just go over quick the drinks that we just did. So hopefully you guys can see it. Again, starting off with a simple churro latte. This was a hot beverage. It can be done obviously iced. Then Briggs's chocolate churro with his caramel cold foam on the top of that. And then the caramel coconut churro. Now I know in the picture you kind of see, obviously you can do it with some chocolate sauce. You can even add a couple more coconut flakes on the top of it. I just stuck with the caramel since I had it out and just keeping with the fall flavors. And then before I get into flan, I did also want to mention that we do have this really awesome recipe book. So if anyone's interested, you can find these recipes on carryfoodservice.com. And then also, if you're interested, we'll be able to provide these recipe guides as well if you're interested. So there's some fun recipes, and a couple of the recipes that Briggs and I have done or are doing throughout this webinar will be in here as well. So it's really, really fun stuff in there. So with flan, So Big Train flan, again, multiple uses, can be done hot, iced, blended, or frozen. And 73% of consumers know what flan is. It's that rich caramel, really, really delightful flavor profile, kind of almost like a butterscotch, if you will. If people really like butterscotch, I kind of picked those notes up. But again, just really emphasizing that the Hispanic food market is continuing to rise and grow, and it's due to the customers seeking bold, authentic Hispanic flavors. So with that, I will get into our very first drink of the flan, and that's going to be with Mr. Briggs.
Thank you, Austin. If you'll go ahead and kill that drink for me, bud. Thanks, bud. So let's start easy, kind of like we did for the churro. We'll start easy. We'll kind of gradually build them a little bit more complex, but we'll do as easy as we get. For this one, we're just going to need the flan, the new flan, which is rich. It's that creamy caramel flavor. As I open the bag, I just really can smell the effervescence flavors of this. It's just such a strong flavor profile. Very excited to have these new products. We did these at Coffee Fest in Los Angeles. One day we featured flan, the other day we featured churro. They went over extremely well. So there's definitely a big need for this. And at Coffee Fest, everybody was saying the same thing. So for this drink, we're just going to use 8 ounces of water. We're going to use 1/3 cup of our flan. And again, I could just stir it into water. I could use dairy. I'm just going to use water. This is the simplest drink, but just to show you ease of use, I'm going to give it a real good shake. And the time just kind of stop. And then just pour it right over our ice. And just look at this wonderful caramel color. It's that easy, everybody. I mean, there's nothing hard about doing these products. That's the beauty about Big Train. You don't need to hire a ton of, experienced people. It's just that easy, and it's that wonderful, and it's very profitable. So, Austin, what do you got? Let's go a little deeper.
All right, thank you. Yeah, as Briggs mentioned, obviously we're kind of re-emphasizing that these drinks are super, super easy to do. Really, really straightforward, and re-emphasizing also what Briggs mentioned. You don't need a ton of experience to work with these products. Super simple to just either blend it with some quick liquid or do it in iced or a hot drink. So with that, I'm going to keep it with the flan, but I'm going to do a little of more of a fall drink, emphasizing on some chai and then adding a little bit of our almond syrup as well to get a little bit more of a nuttiness. but this is a really, really great take on doing a chai dessert style latte, perfect for fall, really creating a really nice, rich dessert style chai drink. So I'm going to do a shaker cup as well. We're kind of showing you just multiple ways of using it, but we like to show you that we're working for you. So we're going to do it in a shaker cup. So I already have my 7 ounces of milk and 3 ounces of Oregon chai concentrate into my shaker cup already. I'm going to do a 1/3 cup of the flan mix, throw that in there. And then I'm going to do 1 ounce of almond syrup. So that's 4 pumps with our Da Vinci pump there. Give it a good shake. And this really mixes it well. As I mentioned before, doing it with a kind of a warm base, just doing a quick stir works great. And then you can just ice it down from there. So I've gone ahead and added my ice already to my glass. And I've actually done a brown sugar and cinnamon rim so that as you drink the beverage, you're getting the beautiful flan flavor, the rich notes of the cinnamon and the star anise and all those wonderful chai flavors. But then it really pairs well with the brown sugar and the cinnamon rim. So beautiful color on it. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but it's got this gold hue to it. It's got a great smell. Love this drink. And that's something that I would enjoy right in the morning. So with that, going to pass it off to Briggs to see what he's got for us for his last. Oh, sorry.
No problem. So someone is asking, can they know about the sugar level for both of the products? And also, do they need to use the hot water or cold water is fine?
You can use cold water. You're just going to have to mix it really, really well. With being warm or hot water, obviously any kind of powder is going to mix a little easier. So you can just do a little warm water and then give it a couple stirs with a spoon. We're obviously showing you that you can shake it, but being in a cold water, you just have to really, really mix it well. If it's going into a frozen drink, obviously you're not going to put hot water in there because it's already just going to be blended up. So you can just do cold, a liquid. For the sugar content of the flan, it's got 35 grams of sugar in a 1/3 cup. And then you get about 26 servings out of that 1/3 cup per bag. And then same thing for a 1/3 cup of this is also 35 grams of sugar.
Okay, wonderful. Because you just answered the question the third person is asking. So thank you so much.
All right, perfect. All right, over to you, Briggs.
Thank you. And a little bit of sugar is never going to hurt you that bad. But let's go even a little further. So Austin did it one way, I did it another way. Now we're going to do it even one more way. So let's do it as sort of like a smoothie. So we're going to do it as a frozen drink. I'm going to add, again, I'm going to use dairy. I could do water, but I'm going to do dairy. I'm going to add my milk to my blender cup. And then I'm going to add 1/2 cup of our flan to the blender cup. Add my ice to the blender cup. And then we'll go ahead and put that on my blender back here. And then while that's blending, I'm going to take, this is a wild berry flan smoothie. So I could mix the wild berry in with the flan, or I can do it a little differently to give it a better color profile. So I'm going to add about 1 ounce of the wild berry to the bottom. My blender has stopped. Hopefully the noise wasn't too bad for you. And then I will just take that. It actually needs a little bit more ice. I've added a little bit too much dairy. Sorry. And everything doesn't always work perfectly, as you know. Good enough. And then we're just going to pour that over the wild berry. And the two colors will integrate together, and it's going to give you this nice looking swirl in the drink. And it's just a wonderful look and a wonderful smell. Then you got the wonderfulness of the wild berry You have the flan. They go well together. And then I'm going to use a little bit of a garnish, a wild berry garnish on top of that. So good looking color. It integrates well in with that drink. Just another way we can do this. Another way you can menu this item. Just an awesome presentation. So thank you for that. I'll get on ready for the next one.
All right. Perfect. I should be sharing my screen again. So thank you, Briggs. That's definitely a delicious looking drink. I would definitely would like that drink for my morning smoothie. So again, just kind of showing you what we just created using the flan product. Briggs started us off with just doing a straight flan powder with water and just mixing that up real quick. You can obviously just use water or do dairy. And then I did the chai flan latte. So again, pairing that beautiful flan flavor with a little bit notes of chai and almond syrup. And then Briggs finished us off with the wild berry flan smoothie. And that's another, if you couldn't see much of his drink or you couldn't get close enough to see, that's kind of the final look and feel of it. And it's a really, really beautiful looking drink. So good job, Briggs. Okay, so with that, that is the churro and flan portion of today's webinar. So thank you very much for listening to that. We're really excited again about these products, and we're really looking forward to hearing your guys' feedback overall on these products, but also just seeing what you guys, the consumers and the customers, kind of create with these beautiful, wonderful new products under the Big Train line. So with that, we will get into our raffle question number 2, and then we'll also do our raffle winner from the first question. So I'll keep the screen up for now, but should have it pop up momentarily if it's not already.
Yes, I can see some people is answering the questions. So feel free to answer it through the poll pop-up. If you cannot find the pop-up currently, you can, because the poll is launching it. So you can supposed to see the icon on the top left on your screen. All right, please answer it. I'm going to stop the poll within 5 seconds. So make sure all you guys answer the questions so you will be able to join the poll, the raffle. I'm going to close it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and I'll share the screen. Our winner is the fall. Okay, so let me show my face. Okay, so I'm going to draw the winner from the first question. Let me share my window. Okay, can you guys see the lucky wheel? We have the previous poll. We have like 35 people answer the question. I am going to spin the lucky wheel. And the winner is number 18. Let me see who is number 18. 18 is the Lily Ho. Congratulations. Okay, so back to you, Austin.
Perfect. Congratulations to our first winner of the day. That's awesome. Okay, you should be able to see my screen again. So kind of getting into obviously fall and winter trends and some flavors. You kind of saw the results on that last survey there, fall being the big one. So we're really excited to get into some fall drinks. So looking at some limited time offer insights and some data points, 61% of consumers are interested in purchasing those fall flavor limited time offers. Obviously, pumpkin being a big one, but there's a multitude of different flavors that you can really get after in the fall. You got maple, obviously chai, and then those cinnamon drinks, churro being a good component to fit that need. But fall LTOs or limited time offer saw an increase last year by 26%. They saw 26% growth in fall category menu items. So that means more people are really driving and trying to put new fun flavors and new ideas on their menu to just draw people in, because this is really, really the big time of the year that people are really seeking after those fun new drink ideas. And then we've been kind of pounding it all webinar, but chai, it is chai season. So chai continues to be a strong staple, not only just for fall, but really throughout the year. But this is really, really when people are ordering those hot chai lattes, right? So there's a lot of fun, unique drinks that you could do with chai. And then looking at some of the top fall, winter flavors, you got your peppermints, your eggnog, gingerbread, and white chocolate. All those flavors really pair well on kind of those winter style drinks. And then we just showed some fun menu examples that we've seen people kind of place on their menus. So there's a salted maple cold brew, and then an iced caramel pumpkin brulee cold brew as well. So with that, we're going to get into some of our fall fun idea drink recipes, and really, really excited about this next one. I'm going to let Briggs take it away and let him show you what he's come up with.
I've come up with a good one, Austin. This one's a beaut. And how much funner can you have than with a pumpkin? So I've taken this pumpkin, I've hollowed it out, I've put a tap on it, and now this has become my dispenser. So for this, I'm going to do a pumpkin dirty horchata, sticking with that big tray of Beverages line inside of a pumpkin tap. I mean, does it get any better than that? I've done this with water, because obviously I'm going to put it in pumpkin. It's going to sit for any amount of time. Even though we have dairy in our products, I'm going to use water. So I used a gallon of water in an effort to save time. I've pre-done this. I've used our pumpkin sauce, which if you've never tried the Da Vinci pumpkin sauce, do you a favor and order it. This is phenomenal, and this is the season. So I've done 4 ounces of that. And then I've done a half a bag, because it's a gallon. I've done a half a bag of the horchata. And then I'm just going to add that right to my pumpkin here. So fill up my pumpkin with horchata. I would ice it down. I've added a little bit of ice. That's not enough. I'm going to do a whole nother gallon. So I'm going to show you the capacity inside of this pumpkin. I've done 2 gallons here. So if you wanted to have a party, or if you wanted to have something neat for Halloween at your coffee spot or your boba shop, what better way to direct attention to it than an all-natural fresh pumpkin? So let's say we want to do it cute and cuddly out of this nice little pumpkin glass. I'm just going to take it right off of here, and it draws right out of there. Look at that, fills it up. And then at a time, again, to save some time, I'm just going to use a caramel flavor foam. Actually, I'm going to make it a dirty. So I'm going to add some fresh espresso, because we want this to be a dirty horchata. So I'll add 2 ounces of fresh espresso, and then I'm just going to top that with a flavor foam. And then let's get a little bit of a cinnamon sprinkle on there. And that's pretty cool, but let's go even cooler. I took a mini pumpkin and I made that my glass. So I'm going to take a mini pumpkin, hollowed out, fill it up with ice, add my horchata to there, go ahead and put my dirty espresso in there. And there I have a wonderful way, a creative way to do this drink at a party. And then let's even add a nice biscotti cookie in there. Unbelievable presentation. You put this out, and I guarantee you, you'll garner some attention. So creative, yet delicious.
Wow, it's so nice. I really want to drink it.
All right. Thank you, Briggs. Yeah, it's definitely a party I'd like to be invited to. That's a really, really creative and really, really fun, unique idea. Just showing some fall, pumpkin ideas and getting that pumpkin spice to really shine through in a drink. As Briggs kind of mentioned before, if you have not tried our Da Vinci pumpkin sauce, I really recommend just giving it a shot. It is such a phenomenal product. There's a lot of multiple uses. Obviously, it can be done in a hot beverage, an iced beverage, even blended. Just a lot of unique, fun ways to utilize it. I'm going to show you a little way to use it in my drink. So I'm going to do a brown sugar chai iced latte with the addition of the pumpkin sauce. So I'm going to show you a nice little way to do a swirl through the glass. So I'm just going to do one pump of the pumpkin sauce right in the bottom of my glass. And I'm going to take a hand frother. You might have seen us do this before, but for those new, you just kind of bring the frother up, give it a couple spins, and it makes this really cool, unique design as you build it up the glass. Then you can kind of see it'll drip, kind of run down the sides of it. And then I also have it also in the bottom. So I have my Oregon chai and my oat milk. So I'm going to pair it with oat milk for this drink. I'm going to add an ounce of brown sugar. Again, keeping with that really fun new Da Vinci syrup, our brown sugar, kind of keeping it fall here. And it pairs really nicely with the pumpkin. So I'm going to take my cup of ice, add my ice into it, and then you can do a little stir here or throw it into your glass and then do a quick little stir here. And then as the pumpkin sauce kind of melts into the rest of the drink, you just get this really awesome, rich pumpkin, brown sugar, and chai all come together to make a really fun, easy beverage. So with that, I will turn it back over to Briggs for our last fall beverage of the day.
Okay, wonderful. So, Bridge, I think your pumpkin is a big wow to our audience. There's one person asking, can you pre-craft, carve those mini pumpkins and store it in the fridge?
Yeah, I'm sure you could. I mean, obviously, once you cut a pumpkin, it starts to go a bit. But look, I got these at Walmart yesterday. They were in the saver bin for like $1.99. So most glassware you would do for a party would cost that much. So for me, it was just a no-brainer. And then, just to put it in there, imagine you're at a party and you serve something out of a pumpkin. I know you don't want to see me eat, but I've been craving to do that. So just an easy way to do it. And again, think outside the box, man. I always try and say, okay, I've done it this way. What can I do one step more to make this even better? So with that, we're still in fall products. I've gone ahead and batched in a hot dispenser a hot cookie butter chai, utilizing Oregon chai, utilizing our Da Vinci cookie syrup that came out last year, also a relatively new product from Carrie. And then I'm going to top it with a brown sugar flavor foam. Now, you can do a cold flavor foam, but I've got so there we go. We put the hot oat milk, cookie butter, and now I'm going to take this and I've made a hot foam utilizing that brown sugar. So it's skim milk, brown sugar, and then I'm just going to pour that over. And it's nice because when you get a hot drink, nothing more, you don't want a cold foam as your first taste. So this is going to give you a hot foam. It's going to kind of dissipate a little quicker than it would as a cold foam, obviously. But you can see it's got a rich, frothy, rise to it. It's got a good look to it. Sorry, the cookie's kind of choking me. And then we're going to just add a little bit of cinnamon. And then let's just put a little bit of a cinnamon stick garnish. But just an awesome warm drink. It's going to give you that oatmeal cookie taste to it. It's just a wonderful, and the smell. So if you do it in your dispenser, that's going to permeate your building, and it's just going to really liven up the place. But it's a wonderful seasonal drink, but it's really good hot, and hopefully that hot foam is something maybe you haven't seen, but that's just done with an electric frother put on the hot setting. So thank you very much. We'll get a few more drinks, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it.
Thank you, Briggs. So kind of going through the fall drinks that we just prepared for you. Again, starting off with Briggs's beautiful, wonderful pumpkin keg, if you will, a pumpkin dirty horchata in his pumpkin dispenser, and then also in his pumpkin glass. And that's utilizing our other Vivez Big Train item, which is the horchata mix. And then again, the Da Vinci pumpkin sauce. Great, great products. And then going into our brown sugar chai iced latte, again, utilizing our pumpkin sauce, our new brown sugar syrup under Da Vinci, and then Oregon chai. And then last but not least, the hot cookie butter chai with brown sugar flavor foam to go right on top of that. That's a glass of fall if I've ever seen it. So we're coming up to kind of the end of the webinar. We have 2 more drinks for you guys today, but really wanted to finish off with obviously our last raffle question of the day, and then also draw our round 2 winner. So the survey should pop up momentarily, but we always like to ask this question to kind of see from you guys, our viewers, what you would prefer to see us on our next Lollicup webinar. So thank you guys very much for filling this out and also sticking with us for the past hour or so. We really hope you guys are enjoying it. And again, we just really love to do these webinars and just show the fun, unique, creative ways to just bring home our products. So thank you guys.
Yay.
But please stick around. We do have 2 more drinks for you, and then we can answer some last minute questions as well.
Yes, of course. So you guys can see the poll questions is showing up on your phone or your screen. So make sure you answer it through the pop-up window. I can see a few people answer it. So please don't forget to answer it as soon as possible because I'm going to stop the poll. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop the poll within 5 seconds. So make sure you answer it through the pop-up. I'm going to stop it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I also share the screen. Share the answer. I think we have the winner, the seasonal and new product recipes. Okay. Let me share my screen because we're going to draw the winner from our previous poll. All right. I'm going to spin it. And the winner is number 29. Let me see. Oh, it's Kai. Oh, I'm sorry. The Gregory Gao. Number 29. Congratulations. Okay, I'm going to stop it. Back to you, Austin.
Perfect. Congratulations to our second winner of the day. So to finish us off, we're going to do a drink each, Briggs and myself, of a winter-oriented style beverage. So I'm going to do actually a really fun boba drink. Obviously talking about boba drinks being really, really big right now, so we wanted to throw this in here. But I'm going to do a really fun, rich winter style, almost like a dessert style boba, if you will. So I'm going to use our Big Train cookies and cream. Also, again, really, really fun, easy product to use. Very similar to obviously the churro and the flan and the rest of the Big Train line. Again, mixes with water. I'm going to do whole milk again today just to make it really, really rich. So I already have my 8 ounces of whole milk into my shaker cup. I'm going to do a half cup of the cookies and cream. And then I'm going to do a nice toasted marshmallow to go with it. So it's a marshmallow and cookie, almost like boba. So I'm going to do 3 pumps of that into my shaker cup. And again, just give that a quick mix. Just want to reiterate, obviously, can be done using a little bit of a warm, liquid, and then just icing it down, stirring it. But we like to show you that we're working for you guys here. So Okay, so I have my cup already with ice. I got some chocolate boba at the bottom. I'm going to pour my mixture into the glass. Nice, rich chocolate and marshmallow base. But I'm not going to stop there. This is my last drink of the day, so I'm going to go above and beyond. I'm going to add some whipped cream to this drink. And then you could do, obviously, a little bit of a chocolate drizzle. If you have chocolate sauce or a Da Vinci chocolate sauce, do a nice little drizzle on top of that. I'm just going to do a little cocoa powder, kind of sprinkle on the top of it. And why not pair it with some fun marshmallows to go into it, just to bring home a nice glass of winter and a nice, refreshing dessert-style boba. Oh, losing my marshmallows over here, and then throw in your straw. But that's kind of my take. That's like a nice little dessert boba. So you have your snacking experience of the popping pearls, but also with the kind of the cookie, the marshmallow flavor, and then the top garnishes of the marshmallow. So that is my last drink of the day. Let's see what Briggs has to do, or has for his last drink.
That was awesome, Austin. You've come a long way, young grasshopper. I'm going to do a peppermint white chocolate frappe. So I'm going to do a frozen drink, and I'll teach you two different ways we can do the swirl on that. So I've gone ahead and I've added my dairy to my blender cup. I'm going to add a half a cup of our Big Train vanilla latte. And then I'm going to make it even a little bit of peppermint to it to give it that flavor profile. I mean, peppermint's the first thing in the name of the drink. So I'm going to do an ounce of peppermint. And then I will put that in my blender over here. While it's doing that, we have two ways we can do a swirl in the glass. So I could do it the old-fashioned swirl where I take the chocolate and kind of just drizzle it around my glass like this. This is the old-school chocolate way. And that's fine. That's great. Or the newfangled cool way, I'm going to use a half ounce of my chocolate sauce. Again, another Da Vinci product. It's Da Vinci chocolate sauce. And then I'm just going to take a hand frother. I'm going to dip it into that chocolate, get it immersed in that, and then just raise it up. And it's going to give us those chocolate rings. But look at that. That's pretty cool. And then we'll take the frozen white chocolate peppermint frappe, pour that in here. The chocolate's just going to kind of get in with it. And then I'm going to add just a regular lazy wet ready whip due to time constraints. I can't do any more flavor foams, although I would love to do another customized Da Vinci flavor foam. But I'm going to add that to the top of it. Let's go ahead and take some crushed peppermint and just kind of doll up the drink a little bit more. But I'm not even done yet. I'm going to take a actual piece of white chocolate, kind of put that in the drink. Unbelievable drink, really nice this time of the year. That's going to kind of bring you into the Christmas season. I hope you guys really did enjoy this. We love doing this. This is the favorite things Austin and I do together. We really hope you see the effort we put into it. And we look forward to kind of seeing you guys again. Hopefully you've seen this, liked it, and you want to join us on the next one. But thank you very much. I do appreciate you coming for this. So finish us off, please.
Yeah, Bridge, sorry to interrupt, Bridge. I think someone is asking about the machine you were just using, the black one.
Okay. Yeah. That's the Island Oasis Shaver Blender. And this is a perfect blender to use for any needs you have. And that can be yours if you use a certain amount of products with Carrie. I use it for time strengths, but please get with us. We'll bring someone into there and just kind of, you can use our smoothie products. You can kind of bundle our other products, but as long as you just do a certain amount, we'll go ahead and provide that machine to you. But get with us, put something in the notes and we'll get with you. And certainly we'll have a sales rep come out and show you the benefits of that machine. It's an awesome machine. Those of you, I heard we had some drive-through. We have an agitator viewer where you can put the blender cup right on it and it cleans the blender cup. kind of, if you've been to McDonald's, that's the same machine they use there. But this is a proprietary blender to carry. So certainly we would love to, talk to you about getting it into your establishment. And we have salespeople in every territory that I saw or heard read off today. We can get them right in there. Lollicup provides the products. We'll provide the equipment, service, and all of that. So running out of time, I don't want to waste your time on that, but it is the best blender there is out there comparatively to any other blender. So thanks for noticing.
Thank you.
All right. So just bear with us. We still have to draw our last winner, but we just wanted to show you quickly the two drinks that we did. So again, my drink, the marshmallow and cookie boba, utilizing our Big Train cookies and cream and the toasted marshmallow, and then Briggs's peppermint white chocolate frappe, using Big Train white chocolate, our peppermint syrup, a little bit of that chocolate sauce from Da Vinci, all into that beautiful looking drink. So we'll do the raffle winner for the last question here momentarily, but from Briggs and I, we really wanted to thank you again for joining us today. Some of the takeaways from the webinar is just knowing that Carry is your one-stop solution with all of our products. So anything that you're looking to add to your menu, our products have a solution for it, and they're super simple and really easy to use, and then also are going to have really, really tremendous flavor profiles. Then maximizing your profits, doing those limited time offers. You're upcharging those wonderful fall drinks. People are going to buy them no matter what. So really maximizing your profits. And then we work for you, letting us do these webinars, having you guys join us doing these webinars, really get to show you, how creative you can be. So letting us do these webinars, really create these wonderful drink ideas and just getting creative. We absolutely love it. So thank you guys very much. And then as a thank you from us here at Carry, and then also from the Lollicup team, not everyone might be winning the raffle questions, but you're all a winner in our hearts. So we wanted to welcome and enjoy, or let everyone know, thank you for joining us today. As that thank you for joining us, we would like to offer everyone a free bag of churro and also a free bag of flan that will come directly to you. So you just have to fill out the survey with your information, and we'll get those products for you over to you so you guys can sample, create some fun, exciting drinks, and try them out. So with that, I will turn it back over to Yenting to draw the last winner. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Thank you for the generosity from Carrie. So you guys can see my screen, right? I'm going to draw the final winner. And the lucky wheel is spinning. And the number would be 37. Let me see who is 37. It's Canel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce your name, but congratulations. And also, like Austin said, please answer the survey at the end of the webinar, and also we will give you a discount for today's special products, or anything you see on this in the webinar. We will have a discount code for you guys. So thank you guys. We will see you next time. Enjoy your day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.